Hello, welcome to the Timbo Show. I don't own the rights to this music. Welcome to the Timbo Show, starring Tim Faulkner. Written by Tim Faulkner, executive produced by Tim Faulkner, co-executive producer is A.J. Hinton, co-creator, supervisor producer Bryce Cook, William Cooper's executive consultant. Welcome. I haven't been here for a minute. I don't own the rights to this music. But I had to come out with a show because so much going on. I don't own the rights to this music. How y'all doing this week? How was your week? Mine was fine. Welcome to the Timbo Show, starring Tim Faulkner. So how have y'all been, It's been about 6 weeks. But if you can follow me on my Facebook page, I post articles all the time telling you what I think and what I don't think. But, coming live, I have to get my studio in order. But I couldn't wait any longer. Plus, I want to see how this war was going before I made a comment. Now that they declared victory, I'm going to tell you the true story. Unabashed, true. I don't own the rights to this music. Yes, I've been having fun lately. At 66, I got my second win. 66 is the new middle age. I'm middle-aged now, y'all. Just remember, when y'all see Timbo, invite him out. He might not come. But I'll watch your feed on Facebook. Welcome to the Timbo Show, starring Tim Faulkner. That would be me. Thank you, Mr. Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg nephew. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all probably saying, why Timbo listen to hip-hop? I like some hip-hop, as long as it ain't dirty and nasty. I don't like stuff like Sexy Red. But Wiz Khalifa, yeah, I like him. Too Short, I like him. I like a lot of them young boys, the old boys too. Outkast, I like that. And I don't think that's sin. I just think as long as this stuff ain't dirty, you good. Yeah, I like Wiz Khalifa. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I mean, one thing Wiz Khalifa did do is Black and Yellow. And a lot of people say, oh, black folks love gold and chains and stuff. And in my younger days, man, I used to flash. I had gold chains and gold wristwatches and gold bracelets. I like gold. And most of the black people I know like gold. But it's in our heritage. Because in the Mali and Ghana empires, it was nothing but gold. And everybody had gold. So somehow it's in our system. We like gold. Right now, I wouldn't mind wearing a big fat chain. But if you wear a big fat chain, you better have a big fat Glock with it. Because somebody's going to try to take it. Therefore, I don't wear gold. Every now and then I'll wear gold. But, it's got to be going to church or somewhere like that. Because I wouldn't wear no gold in too many places because somebody's going to try to take it. Because it's very valuable now. No, but we got to stop apologizing for being who we are. We like gold. We like nice cars. We like to fix our cars up. Stop apologizing for it. I don't want no pickup driven through the mud. If I get an F-150, I guarantee you I'm not going to take it and drive through the mud. So stop apologizing for being who you are. That's my lecture for the day. So that's Tim Brent. That was my topic. It really wasn't a topic, but my main topic is Operation Epic Fury. Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, and more importantly, Benjamin Netanyahu decided that the United States of America was going to war against Iran. Iran used to be called Persia. Persia has been around since 500 BCE at least. That's over 2,500 years. And Donald Trump thought he was going to destroy that whole civilization because he got a lot of smart weapons and he could just blow stuff up. But anybody could have told the man it's not that simple. You kill one head over there, the next one grows. They kill Ayatollah Khomeini. His son took over. Same regime, but you got a son that's angry that you killed his parents. So what? There was no regime change, I see. You got a regime that's more angry. They tried to go get the uranium. They didn't get it. Because this one thing I want to tell y'all, they weren't just trying to rescue that pilot. They were trying to go over there and do one of them Delta Force missions and get the uranium. But it fell apart. And you saying, Timbo, how you know that? Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth said they were just going to get the airmen. Oh, so you sending 100 people to get one airman. That's not how it works. Also, I've been in 2 branches of the service. And I do know the rank structure. And this is the structure you go from E1 to, that's in every branch. Like in the Air Force, you start the Airman Basic, and you go to Chief Master Sergeant. In the Army, you start at Private, and you go up to Sergeant Major. The Sergeant Major E9. Well, in all the branches, officers go from Officer 1, a First Lieutenant, all the way up to General. You saying, why are you telling me all this? Well, the second seater in that car, in that pilot, that plane that went down was an 06. I was in the Air Force. A 06 means he is a colonel. He's the wing commander. Wing commanders don't go out on no missions. Unless it's a big mission. You got the second seater as a 06 to go pick up a down pilot. I mean, why would the 06 be flying out on a regular mission? That's not the way it works. The wing commander is the commander. So he was out there commanding some stuff before they got shot down. You notice they ain't said his name? Oh, he was a colonel. The colonel means 06. That means, for layman people, 06 is one step below general. So a general gonna be riding in the second seat on the airplane, and just going out on a mission. No, they were trying to do 2 things. Trump wanted to get them their uranium, come back, declare victory, and say, "See, we won." It didn't go that way. But the main thing he has done, he closed the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz controls 20 to 25% of the oil that go around the world, especially in places like Asia. So Iran controls that now. Before, everybody could go back and forth, back and forth. They got millions and millions of tanks of oil sitting up there can't move. And Iran controls that, thanks to Trump. And y'all might not have felt nothing. Y'all think the gas price is high now. If Iran don't open it back up, it's going to be hell on earth down here. However, Iran got the leverage on them. Trump, I'm going to blow you into smithereens. I'm going to blow you back to the stone. And you see what Iran said? They made jokes about it. Because they control all the oil. Donald Trump has made Iran one of the most powerful places in the world. He created another superpower. Everybody got to go through Iran. Iran says, if you want to come through here, you can come through it. We're going to charge you $1 million a ship. And if you want to get your oil out, you're going to have to pay. And all Iran has to do to stop traffic through that Strait of Hormuz, they ain't got to hit one shot. All they got to do is threaten. You going to take your $1 billion tanker and your crew and send them, because remember, tankers only go 20 miles an hour at best. Iran, you could stand up on a hill with a rocket and blow them up to smithereens. But Donald Trump pushed them into that corner. Now they like, okay, we like it. Now Trump over there trying to negotiate. You can't negotiate when Iran won this war. They might have lost all their buildings and they lost a lot of stuff inside their country. But they in control of this. Donald Trump sent his vice president to try to work with them. If you won the war, why are you sending your vice president? You could send some low-level person. If you won, why are you even talking? But all the people in the world, especially the people in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, all these countries in that part of the world, the Persian Gulf country, they like, Trump, you got to do something now. We got to get our oil to market. So they putting pressure on him. And then, meanwhile, they putting pressure on him. Israel just doing what the hell they want. Excuse my French. They just blow up people for the fun of it. Well, we're defending our country. Well, you don't blow up civilians because you're defending your country. They blew up some civilians in Lebanon the other day. After the ceasefire, well, ain't no ceasefire don't apply to us. And in Gaza, they shoot journalists, they shoot whoever they want. But then everybody, like the Paula Whites of the world and Robert Jeffries and Franklin Graham, we have to stand with Israel. No, we don't. We need to stand with right. We do not have to stand with Israel. We stand with right. Israel should follow rules like anybody else. Well, but if Trump get over there like King Cyrus did, and then Trump, only way God gonna come back, Jesus gonna come back, is Israel, is Jerusalem at a certain place. We shouldn't do our foreign policy on somebody's, religious beliefs. We got all them Christian people that telling Trump that he King Cyrus. And he doing the work, so he's setting up for the Armageddon. We shouldn't do foreign policy like that. We really shouldn't, y'all. Am I the only sane person left? Donald Trump is evil. He's not anointed. He was killing people down in Venezuela without even knowing if they was a fisherman. He said they were doing to kill him. But now y'all saying he's sent by God. I don't believe that. I don't know who he's sent by, but it certainly wasn't God. And then some people at churches now, you got to pray for the president. I ain't praying for him. I pray he get kicked out of office. That's the only prayer I'm praying. Well, you always pray for your leader. No, I don't. I'm not praying for him. And you can't make me. Y'all need to stop that. Because you believe something don't mean everybody else believe it. Y'all trying to force the rapture. I mean, yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Well, if everything is set up over there and Jerusalem is moved back to such and such, then the rapture can come. Thank you, Roby. Yeah. What's up, Roby? I'm glad you got me off my tangent. No, I bet this been building up for you for 6 weeks. Trump is evil, y'all. Pete Hegseth is evil. Them 6 airmen that got killed over there at the beginning of the war, if he would have protected them right, they wouldn't be dead. Because he put them in a place that was closer around, that was unsafe. And these kids, these people are coming home in body bags, and now they're coming out on CBS News talking about it. But I know they did. If you're going to fight a war, you make sure you take care of your troops. It's called force protection. Pete Hegseth ain't nothing but a drunk looking for a drink. But I'm all for that. I mean, A friend of mine told me, he said, Tim, you be making a lot of points, but sometimes you just, you be ranting and stuff. Well, I'm an old cantankerous man, so put that in your pipe and smoke it. But however, I'm going to end with my third topic. And, I got to segue out of anger into, about a month ago, my birthday is March 15th. So earlier that month, I went to Las Vegas. And I hadn't been on an airplane in about 2 years. And one thing I learned going out to O'Hare Field, they used to call it in Chicago, I'm not young as I used to be. And it's so much has changed. Because, normally when I go to the airport, I always get there real early because I got that military time with me. So I get there early and, and then I try to walk rather than do what a person with a hip issue at my age should have done. I should have got on one of them carts or whatever, or got somebody to take me to my gate. But I walked to my gate. O'Hare is huge, y'all. My gate was 38. And when I got through security, and I didn't have my real ID. I went and got my real ID, but they just had the paper. I didn't have the thing. So I didn't have to pay $45 extra for that. Then I finally get through security. Now my hip killing me, y'all. And then the nice security TSA officer said, yes, sir, you have gate 38. I said, oh, no problem. He said, it's a little over a mile. I said, a little over a mile? I thought he was joking. But after about 3/4 of a mile walking, I was like, this dude wasn't playing. I walked. And you know how you walking through the airport and they have those little motion things that, give you a little, what are you, escalator type things that give you a little break? They have one every 1/4 mile or something. Man, I was like, thank God. At least I get to ride for a minute. But the only thing about it, the more you ride, the shorter you get to, oh man, here I gotta go walking again. Here I go walking again. Well, anyhow, I finally made it to my gate. And I said, thank you, Jesus, I made it. But I was hungry though. And the last gate that had food was about, I'm at gate 38. The last gate that had food was about gate 25. I was like, oh Lord, I got to eat. What do I do? What do I do? So I just said, hey, that hamburger sure look good. So I got up, and I didn't have my cane now, because I'm too cool for that. I'm going to trip. I ain't got no cane. So I got up and I walked back to the burger joint. The burger was good. It was fire. For $25 a burger, it should have been, though. But I ain't complaining. Well, anyhow, I had to go back to my gate, about 13 gates around. And then I got back to that gate and I sat down and waited on that plane. And I said to myself, from now on, I'm putting my pride on the shelf. Whenever I go into the airport, I'm getting the wheelchair, I'm getting to ride in the back of that thing. When y'all see Timbo riding to the airport, I'm going to wave at you. But I'm going to say, man, because I'm proud. My daddy was like that. He never won no cane. But man, I'm telling y'all, people in my age group, y'all got to stop being proud. Y'all got to just accept. I'm 66, y'all. And when I get in my Uber cars, now when I get picked up by Uber, I have to always explain myself. Because I get in there and they hear me, They say, you all right, sir? I said, no, that's just my age. They like, oh, okay, I could have helped you open the door. Because the other day, one of the Uber drivers got the car to come help me. I was so upset. And when I got in the car, I was like, oh, thank you, though. Because he helped me to the car. I'm like, man, my point is, y'all, where did time go? Look, I was just in my 40s, y'all. I was just in my 40s. Now I'm almost 70. So what you need to do is go to anybody you care about. When you go to your text message, and just when you go into your text, you see somebody you haven't texted in a while, you ain't got to call them. Because 9 times out of 10, they might not even want to talk to you. But if they meant something to you at any time during your life, just text them and say, hey, how are you doing? And I'm going to do 2 or 3 a day because I know a lot of people. And a lot of them meant a lot to me at one time or another. And I'm just going to reach out to them and say hi. Because one thing about it, when you get to 66, you realize, you know, I ain't saying I don't have no, I don't think I'm about to see nothing. But I'm just saying, I done spent more time than I got left. So when y'all go to your text message, send a nice little text to somebody that meant something to you, and say, man, or lady, how are you doing? And I'm gonna come back with another show when I, feel like doing one. But in the meanwhile, I post every day on Facebook writing stuff. So y'all have a good day, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.